Good morning, dear students. I hope you are doing well at home. So, can you guess which chapter we are going to do today? Okay, let me give you one hint. I will show you one video. After that, you will guess. Okay?
I'm feeling thirsty. I need a glass of water. Oh, but before that, I must wash my hands.
We use water for so many different things every day. We drink water to quench our thirst. We need water to wash our hands and also to bathe. We even use water to wash fruits and vegetables and for cooking. Plants and animals need water too.
So, now you can guess. We are going to discuss about water. Yes. Today we will discuss the chapter number 9, safe handling and storage of water. In this chapter, you will learn about the term potable water, and you will able to perform various methods of purification of water, or you can understand the meaning of stagnant water, and you will able to suggest ways of safe handling and storage of water. As you have seen in the video that we need water for different purposes like washing, cooking, drinking, bathing, etc. So can we live without water? Or what do you think? What will happen if we drink unclean water? Yes, to answer these questions, we need to see or we need to look into this chapter more. We all know that we need balanced diet for the growth of our body. But along with it, water is required for our body. Importance of water. Our body needs water for its proper functioning, and we need water for digestion of food, and also we need water for removal of waste from the body. So we should drink more water so that our body should work properly. Potable water. Water which is clean and fit for drinking is called potable water. But some people drink groundwater which is not fit for drinking. It may contains dirt and germs, and also tap water may also contain some germs. So we should purify the water first and then we should drink it. Right. So drinking unclean water can cause various diseases like, yes, jaundice, which is the disease of liver, diarrhea. It's also known as loose motions, right? Dysentery is the disease of intestine, right? And cholera, basically in this we may suffer from dehydration and diarrhea, right? So drinking unclean water can cause these diseases. So these are some diseases which may be caused by drinking unclean water. What is groundwater? Groundwater is basically the water which is present under the ground or under the surface of earth, right? Both groundwater and river water is used for drinking at some places, but this water may not be fit for drinking as it contains dirt and germs, right? So the sources of groundwater are wells, right, and hand pumps, which through which we get groundwater. Okay, but the river water is basically the water which is present above the surface of ground, right? Both these sources of water may contain dirt and germs, so these require filtration or purification. Let us learn some methods of purifying water. Boiling. Boiling, the most common and effective method of purification of water. It kills germs present in water. So we should boil the water for at least 5 to 10 minutes, or you can boil mostly for 10 to 15. It will kill all the germs, right? So what do you think? The boiling water is more effective to purify it? Yes, of course, as it kills bacteria and removes chemicals, right? So boiling is a perfect purification method of water. Second method of purifying water is filtration, right? This is the method of purifying water by removing dust and other suspended particles. Suspended particles means the particles which are scattered in the water, right? Which are just like revolving in the water. And also filtration does not remove germs. So for removing germs, water should be boiled after filtration. It should always be boiled because it removes only dirt, but it do not remove any kind of germs. So it does not make water fit for drinking, just it cleans the water, or it makes the water clear, not fit for drinking. Few methods of filtration are there. First of all, we can filter the water through a clean and thin cloth, right? Or we can use a traditional filter, or these methods we can use for filtration, but these method does not remove germs. Again, let us see how filtration can be done by muslin cloth, right? For this, we require a dirty water which contains mud in it. Okay, so how can we remove this? We can take a muslin cloth fitted over a jar, okay, and after that we will add dirty water over it. You can see by this method of filtration, the dirt, or you can say dirt, has trapped over the muslin cloth, or muslin cloth has trapped the dirt, and below you can see this is clear water. Okay, leaving behind the clear water. Water after filtration may contain some germs in it, right? So after that we can boil that filtered water so that boiling can kill the germs, right? Let us discuss about traditional filter, right? So we can use traditional filter also to clean the water. There are some components in this filter. 4 containers are kept over one another, right? And first 3 containers are having holes in them. These first 3 containers have small holes under it, except the last one. Okay, So in first container, gravel has been taken. Okay. In second container, sand is taken. Third one contains charcoal, and last container should be kept empty so that filtered water can get collected here. Okay. So when we pour water from the first container, what will happen? The large dirt particles or large dust particles like pebbles or stones, they left here only, and it starts filtering from here and it enters the second container, which contains sand. In second container, in second you can say the chamber or container, in second container, what happened? Sand absorbs some dust particles in it, right, leaving clean water, right, cleaner than the starting water. Okay. So when it enters in the third container containing charcoal, it absorbs very fine impurities present in water, right. These impurities extracted by charcoal or taken up by the charcoal, right, leaving behind again clear water or filtered water, right. But this water is not fit for drinking. It may contain some it may contain some germs. Although this method has removed dust and dirt present in the water, but it cannot remove germs. So it cannot remove germs, right. So we again need to boil the water so that we can make it fit for drinking. So traditional filter only removes dust and suspended particles. It do not remove germs. Modern filters. You must have seen these modern filters at your homes also, RO systems, etc. Right? So these modern filters, they remove the dust and suspended particles from the water, and also they remove germs. So these make the water fit for drinking. Next method of filtration is chlorination. Next method of filtration is chlorination. It is the method of adding correct small amount of chlorine in filtered water. This method is known as chlorination, and this method removes germs and makes the water fit for drinking, right. In market, chlorine tablets are available. If we add correct amount of chlorine in the water to be filtered, then it removes germs in that water and makes the water potable or fit for drinking. So you have learned these methods of filtration, so you also make sure that water used for drinking should always be clean, pure and potable, right. So we learned some new words today: filtration, right, chlorination and potable water.